Hello, brain ladlers. The astute among you may notice that we're referring to episode 6 in our Furby tournament, and you may ask yourself, what happened to episode 5? Well, we had some technical issues. We're hoping to be able to bring that to you next week, but rather than do a repeat, we decided to jump ahead to episode 6. I don't think it's going to cause any great amounts of confusion to our super smart listeners. But just wanted to let you know in case you noticed that we skipped episode 5 of the tournament.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your host, Davo. With me, as always, Kels.
Hello, everyone.
And Andy.
Ahoy, hoy.
Thus far, our loyal Brain Ladle listeners will know that we are in the midst of the Fight for the Furby tournament, which will shortly be explained by Neil.
That's right. Every week we have a theme, and in that theme we've got 6 categories of 4 questions each. Each question is worth 10 points. There's a few bonus points thrown in here and there. Then there's a final question worth up to 100 points. And since we're in the middle of the tournament, the way that works is the winner of each game gets 3 points, the second place player gets 2, and the third place player gets 1 point. After 5 games, the standings are as such. Davo has 12 points. Kels and Andy each have 9 points.
They're nipping at my heels.
It's anybody's tournament. Today's theme is brought to us by friend of the show, Karen, and the theme is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh no.
Good day.
So just to be clear, I could not come up with 24 questions about the band Earth, Wind, and Fire. I apologize to Karen if that's what she was hoping for.
I could have come up with those questions.
You're welcome to.
Just saying.
So a lot of the questions are going to be more general knowledge trivia about Earth, Wind, and Fire. And one thing I forgot to mention, since during this tournament we have kind of a special rule that we don't typically have in our games, which is the Furby freebie. So if someone really doesn't know the answer to a question, they can basically pass or let me know that they're using their freebie. They can use once per game. The Furby freebie questions are, some of them are kind of trick questions, some of them are harder than others. Andy has not had great luck with the Furby freebie question
At all.
Random.
But it is an option. It's not exactly random, but it's kind of random.
Yeah, it's not exactly random.
So anyway, you ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Let's do
this.
So for anybody who doesn't know, Earth, Wind, and Fire is a R&B, soul, funk, disco, pop, jazz band that's been around for about 50 years now. They've won 6 Grammys, been nominated 17 times, 4 AMAs. They've got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. They're kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So everybody should know a lot about them.
Okay.
So let's start with our first category, which is about the band. Not the band, Andy. The band, the Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right. Okay, I got that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not
for
the band,
clarifying.
the band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No curveball.
Question 1. What longtime Earth, Wind, and Fire singer had a huge hit with Phil Collins in 1985? And for a bonus, what was the name of the song?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Kels?
I went with Philip Bailey.
No bonus?
The bonus would be Kelvin's birth. You did say 85, right?
It was in 1985.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No.
Really?
Well, it happened.
Wow.
Davo?
I said Jebediah Wind was the singer. And the song was Easy Lover.
Okay. And Andy?
The singer is Philip Bailey. The band is Easy Lover. I had the 45 in 85.
The band is
Or
is Easy
the
Lover?
artist, I
Or the
mean.
song.
The song is Easy Lover.
The
The artist is
artist
Philip
is Easy
Bailey.
Lover.
See, now you got me rattled. I'm getting the yips again.
Oh, it's early. This is
I
the first
know.
question.
I know. Well, I got the yips in the last match and I lost.
Are you ready to hear what the answer is?
Sure.
Okay. The correct answer is Philip Bailey and Easy Lover. Andy, you got both parts right, but you knew that.
Thank you.
Real quick, when that song first came out, I was like, who's the dude singing with Phil Collins and Why Do I Care?
Shame.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't find out who Philip Bailey was until I started writing the questions for this quiz.
I can't imagine a teenage Davo listening to a lot of Phil Collins anyway.
Wasn't really my milieu.
No.
Can you imagine me listening to Phil Collins?
No.
See, that's where you're wrong, because back then and still today, Genesis has always been one of my favorite bands of all time. So I kind of followed Phil Collins and his solo stuff also.
The Peter Gabriel Genesis or the Phil Collins Genesis?
Genesis. So discount their first album from Genesis to Revelation, which is
Awful.
hideous.
Yeah, it's unlistenable.
And then up through and including Duke
Okay.
in 1980, I think. I guess Abacab came out after that. Abacab was okay.
Abacab's a good album.
The only I did see them in the early 90s, like 92 or 3, around Invisible Touch. And I only went hoping that they would play some of their older stuff, which they did. Seeing Phil Collins sing "Mama" with a flashlight under his chin, like he does in the video.
That would have been cool.
Pretty cool. All right, nobody else cares about that. So let's move on to question 2. The band has only had 2 members that have been together since the beginning, and they are brothers. One died in 2016, but the other is still with the group. Name either of the brothers or both for a bonus.
I am locked in.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Davo?
I went with Jebediah's brother Jethro.
Oh, don't. Just don't.
Please.
No.
What?
No.
What?
Wow.
No, it's someone with an unusual name, Davo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Andy?
The late Maurice White and his brother Verdine.
And Kels?
Rest in peace to Maurice White and the great Verdine White, who's still slapping that bass.
The correct answer is Maurice and Verdine White.
Verdine sounds like a bass player name.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, you're only allowed to play bass.
Yeah. Back away from the maracas, Verdine. Here's your bass.
There's no percussion for you.
Question 3. Earth, Wind, and Fire were one of the few highlights of what otherwise awful 1978 film?
Oh, I should know this. I feel like I should know this.
I don't know this one at all.
Locked in.
You know what? I've got a educated guess. I'm locked in.
Why not? I'll throw this out there. I'm locked in as well.
Andy?
Sgt. Pepper's with the Bee Gees and Aerosmith.
It's everything about the Beatles.
Everything.
Yep, pretty much. It's the fountainhead to
Wow.
all knowledge and art.
Wow.
Kels?
I guess the fish that saved Pittsburgh.
No.
Davo?
So I kind of extrapolated a little bit thinking about that era, and I could just see Earth, Wind, and Fire in The Wiz.
He's on down. He's
I'm
on
down at work.
Okay.
That's a pretty good guess, Davo. However, the correct answer is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
What?
Andy, I'll
Yep.
give you credit for just saying Sgt. Pepper. 'Cause I
Thank
knew
you.
what you were talking about.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confused about Andy's answer. I thought he might have been talking about Sergeant Pepper's Revenge, the not so talked about sequel.
Sergeant Pepper's Secret of the Ooze. Yeah.
I mean,
What about Invasion of the Sergeant Peppers?
Oh, that was a good one.
needed clarification? But if you say it's cool, then
Yeah,
I'm more than willing to roll with it.
well, bow to your wisdom, Neil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, kind of, I don't know. I don't think this rises to the level of irony, but do you know what Earth, Wind, and Fire's original name was?
Oh, I don't.
Oh, it's the salty peppers.
It is the Salty Peppers.
Nice.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Salty peppers.
All right. Question 4. What illusionist, known for his World of Magic TV specials, helped to engineer the band's stage show in the late 1970s?
Oh, I know his last name, but I don't know his first.
He had like 7 or 8 different World of Magic specials going from the mid 70s up until the early 80s.
Well, I'm gonna put down an illusionist
I'm locked
on my
in.
paper and hope it sticks around. I'm locked in.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with this person. I'm locked in.
All right, Kels?
I pushed all my chips to the center of the table and said Burt Wonderstone.
Oh, I hope that's right.
I like the image of him
Davo?
pushing the chips to the middle of the table. Put it on Bert.
I went with always bet on Bert.
Always been on Bert.
I said David Copperfield.
And Andy?
Henning, and I put in parentheticals because I couldn't remember his first name. I think it's Dale.
Andy, you're close. His first name is Doug. Doug Henning.
There it is.
I've heard that name before, but never know who exactly.
I
that
don't think I
was.
ever saw him. I think I only saw him being made fun of on either SCTV or Saturday Night Live or one of those sketch comedy shows.
You know, now that you mention that, there was like a telethon skit on SNL, and Shia LaBeouf was like a Doug Henning, and he'd go magic, and he'd like twiddle his fingers. He had the hair and the mustache.
That's
I just remember the phrase "anything's possible in the world of magic."
I have this recollection of Doug Henning saying the word illusion, but that could have been a parody of him too. I don't remember.
I know where I heard that name. All right, so Golden Girls. It was the episode where Sophia and Dorothy. Let me get this out.
Sorry.
Like they were in this they were in the talent show, and Sophia was dressed up like Sonny Bono, right? She come like 70s Sonny Bono, and Rose she was like, "Who are you supposed to be?" She's like, "I'm the mayor of was it Palm Springs?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose
Yeah.
was like, "Doug Henning is the mayor of Palm Springs," and I never got the connection until. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you now.
Yeah, it's the mustache.
It
Yeah.
is.
Sonny Bono and Doug Henning have similar.
Yeah, he has a
mustaches.
Muppet quality to him.
All right, at the end of round 1, we have quite a spread of scores here. Andy's in the lead with 44. I believe that was a perfect round.
Thank you.
Kels has half that with 22, and Davo has 2 points.
Still here, guys.
Oh man, what's this? What you forced to safety? How did you get that?
I did.
All right, so Neil, what you're saying is that if you multiply my score by Davo's score, you get Andy's score. That's a first. That's a first in show history.
It's a mathematical
It
illusion.
probably is, yeah. Well, let's move on to Davo's absolute favorite category. Maybe he'll catch up. We've got
Yay.
science. Science.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm happier about science than Earth, Wind,
I
and
was
Fire.
worried there wasn't going to be a science category, Sensei.
I wouldn't disappoint you. All right, for 3 points each, what are the 4 elements that make up over 90% of the mass of the Earth's geosphere? Meaning, we're not including the hydrosphere. So just the dirt parts.
I
4 elements.
I would like my Furby freebie.
I am tempted to do that as well, but I get burned on those. What is the most common?
I'm locked in.
I got 3. I just need one more. Oh, I am locked in. Think I know where you're going with this.
I'm not really going anywhere with it. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty safe in the science category.
Okay, so Davo, you are passing for now. We'll come back to you in a second here. Andy, what are your answers?
Iron, oxygen, carbon, silica.
Okay. Kels?
Oxygen, silicone, or silicon. I'm sorry, not silicone. Silicon, cobalt, and Tony Stark's favorite element, iron.
Okay, well, the answers are magnesium is 13%. Silicon is 15%. Andy, I'll give you credit for silica.
I was thinking silica sand.
It's
Is that what I should just keep my mouth shut?
Silica, yeah, I think.
Okay.
If you'd like to talk me out of it.
Why am I talking?
I would keep going, Andy. I'm rooting for you.
30% of the mass is oxygen, and 35% of the mass is iron.
Oh, carbon's not in there.
No, there's not that much carbon.
I'll take
the whole scheme of things. I mean, keep in mind that the bulk of the mass is, deep down where there's just iron and stuff. Carbon, I don't think really got that far down.
Okay.
So 9 points each for you guys. Now for the Furby freebie, Davo. Pick a number between 1 and 5, and you might get a tricky one, or you might get an easy one.
Let's go with 2.
Number 2. This one could be tricky or not. In what year was the Van Halen album 1984 released?
Oh my gosh. I don't like this question.
I am writing down an answer just for the fun of it. I think I know.
Well,
would you like to take another Furby free?
No, just one per game.
Not so much fun, is it, Davo?
I am going to say 1984.
It was released on January 9th, 1984.
Yay!
Way to play the game, Davo. Good job.
Yay!
I would have gotten that wrong. Just throwing it. I wrote down 1983.
I probably would have went 85.
All right. Question 2. What U.S. state has the highest total wind power capacity as of 2016?
Wind power capacity.
Do you mean potential or currently being captured?
Potential.
Okay, locked in.
Sure. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in with a parenthetical as well.
Okay, Andy.
I'm going to go with Texas. Still a big state, and I've seen a lot of windmills out there.
Kels.
The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Thank you, Davo.
You're welcome.
And Davo.
I also went with Texas, but I have a parenthetical of Kansas.
Oh, that's good too.
I think Kansas might be the one that has the highest total. No, I think it's Iowa that has the highest total percentage. But anyway, the highest actual capacity is Texas.
Oh,
yay.
All right.
Okay, so for our fire question, for 4 points each, name the 3 parts of the fire triangle.
Locked in.
Do you remember that from physics class or chemistry class? One or the other, or both?
I remember it from physics.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Kels?
Love, peace, and soul. I'm kidding. It's oxygen, heat, and fuel.
Davo?
I said oxygen, fuel, and heat, source of combustion.
And Andy?
Oxygen, heat, fuel.
You are all correct. It was heat, fuel, and oxygen. And question 4 for our water question. What percentage of the Earth's water is in oceans and seas? I'll take 1 point off for every percent that you're off. So you could get between 0 and 10 points.
I've had like 3 glasses of water tonight. Will that upset the percentage points at all?
It might not get off its balance completely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right. Well, obviously I have no idea, so I'm just making a guess.
I'm locked in with my guess.
All right. Yeah. I'm locked in.
All right, Davo?
Well, I know there's a scads and scads of water in the ice caps, and I just thought it felt like this could be a somewhat tricky question because we think of the oceans as immense, but there's other sources of water. So, all that being said, I said 20%.
Okay. Davo or Andy?
I said 98%.
Okay. Kels?
I was wanting to go that high, and then I was thinking about all of the, like Antarctica and then, North Pole and all of that glaciers, and which is where you get most of their fresh water. So I went with 65.
Okay. Well, the correct answer is 97%.
Oh,
Wow.
Holy moly.
Davo scared, but he went with 20.
You got 9 points for that one. Andy.
Woohoo!
Good job, Andy.
Total guess.
So at the end of round 2, Andy has 84 points. Kels has 53 and Davo has 34.
So if you add our scores together there, Kels, we're beating Andy.
Doesn't work like
Yeah,
that.
I don't like that kind of math.
It's not favorable.
No.
I'm not talking about it.
Category 3 is movies.
No.
And I got some tribons for you.
I like tribons.
So I'm going to name 3 actors or actresses, and you tell me the name of the movie. Keep in mind the theme of the game, too. Question 1, Jim Carrey, Gina Davis, and Jeff Goldblum.
Locked in.
Jim Carrey, Gina Davis, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh. What? Oh, wait a minute.
Wah? Ooh.
I have a movie I can think of 2 of the characters in it, but all right, I'm got a solid guess, but I can't imagine how the third actor fits in.
I'm locked in.
Okay. So start with Andy.
The only movie I can come up with Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis is The Fly, but I can't imagine how Jim Carrey is in that movie.
Okay. That doesn't really fit the theme, but...
Oh, right, the theme. Son of a... I was...
I'm thinking it's Earth Girls Are Easy.
Oh,
It is Earth Girls Are Easy.
The correct answer is Earth Girls Are Easy. Question 2. Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, and Harry Shearer.
I know 2 of those people.
It has to meet the theme, too.
I was going to say, they've been in a lot of movies together. Now I'm just going through the list of...
I'm locked in.
Man, American Pie doesn't fit at all.
Oh, duh.
I'll take my Furby freebie.
Okay.
Sucker.
So, Kels is passing. Davo?
See, the Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, that's part of that troupe with Christopher Guest that does all of those wonderful movies. And this one was the folk singer one, because they had one with dog shows, and that was about a dog show. And I wasn't sure of the name, but I said A Mighty Wind.
Andy?
It is. It's A Mighty Wind. It also features a model railroad.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I love that scene.
There's a quick aside that was somebody's genuine model railroad, and the producers like knew the guy and thought it'd be cool to film that scene in there, and they didn't realize until they got there that the model train didn't work.
So the correct answer is Oscar nominated and Emmy award winning movie A Mighty Wind.
Wow. Okay.
That got nominated for best song, didn't it?
Yeah, for so if you saw the movie, the song that Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara sang together, it's called like a song at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
I think that was nominated. That was nominated for an Oscar, and then the big song at the end, called "The Mighty Wind," won the Grammy for something for best song written for a motion picture. I love all those movies.
I do too. They're amazing.
Okay, pick a number between 1 and 5.
Let's go with 4.
Ooh, this one's going to be a tough one for you, Kels.
Oh boy.
In what state do the New York Giants play their home games?
Are you serious?
They're playing the Meadowlands, and I think that is in New Jersey.
Okay, the correct answer is New Jersey.
Yes.
You didn't like that one, Andy?
That one I had. which means when I have to do one, it's going to be something cruel and vindictive.
Question 3. Clint Eastwood, John Malkovich, and Rene Russo.
Locked in.
Locked in.
What is the name of that movie? I can see the poster. Oh no. Wait a minute.
Andy, you're thinking of Ghost.
I always go to Ghost. You know me too well. No, I like this
Hunting?
movie. I think I know what it is. I'm in. Locked in.
Davo?
Under Fire?
Andy?
In the Line of Fire.
Oh, poo.
Kels?
In the Line of Fire.
The correct answer is In the Line of Fire. Sorry, Davo.
That's all right.
It's the one where Clint Eastwood, we found out, killed Kennedy because he was drinking. Yeah.
Really? I'm sorry.
Have you not seen it, Kels? Do you just know movies that you've never seen?
Yeah.
God, I hate you.
My brain is really weird. I can see like covers of DVDs and posters.
Oh my God.
And then they'll have people on the posters and you see names. So I have seen a lot of movies, but the ones that I haven't seen, like I know of other people's works. So
that's
that's amazing.
Because like Clint Eastwood is on the cover of that with like he's got like his jacket open. He's like Secret Service, right?
Yeah, Secret Service.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he's about to take off running, or
he is,
which is something that you rarely see Clint Eastwood do. So that's why it stands out.
It's not a bad movie.
But yeah.
I was stumbling because I'd forgotten John Malkovich plays the villain in that film, and he plays it really well.
What?
The movie's a bit hokey, but his character's awesome.
All right, let's move on. Question 4. I think you guys are all going to get this one. Marlon Brando, Carl Malden, and Rod Steiger.
Ooh, I actually like this. I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy?
On the Waterfront.
Kels?
On the Waterfront.
And Davo?
On the Waterfront.
That is the correct answer. All right, at the end of round 3, Andy has 114, Kels 93, and Davo 64.
My favorite Nintendo.
Yeah, Davo.
Hey,
That's a good Nintendo.
I'm still around.
It's anybody's game.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the music category.
Yes. Music and the band. Oh, this is.
So keep in mind the theme again.
Yes.
Question 1. Belinda Carlisle had a #1 hit in 1987 with what song? Oh,
Yeah.
do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
Is it In the Thunder Rolls?
Locked in.
Kels, are you up on your Belinda Carlisle music?
The only way I would know, well, no, I'm not to answer your question. But if I've heard this song, I don't know who it's by.
Gotcha.
I'm drawing a. I had a really. I was a big Go-Go's fan, and when Belinda Carlisle went solo, I just was so angry because her solo work was so awful.
I'm locked in.
I'm locking in. It's got to be this one.
Okay, so Kels, what's your answer?
I'm gonna go with Heaven on Earth.
Okay, Andy?
Ooh, baby, do you know what it's worth? Heaven on earth. Ugh.
And Davo?
Heaven is a place on earth.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, Davo.
That's the line.
I was going to give Kels and Andy half points until Davo nailed it.
Yeah,
Might as well
heaven
write
is
it.
a place
Might as
on
well write
earth.
an X down.
Oh.
Question 2. According to the association's 1967 hit, who's peeking out from under a stairway calling a name that's lighter than air?
Locked in. I know this song by heart.
I thought it was about association.
Love
the
the
name of the band.
association.
But he said it was about heart.
No, I know this song by heart.
Oh.
Don't.
I know,
just,
Andy.
Jeez. I hate everybody.
Ray guy.
Hang time.
Really?
Yeah.
It's, I don't think this is right, but I'm gonna write it down. I don't want to punt the same time that Davo punts. Spread those out.
All right, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
No, yeah, I'm locked in.
You locked in?
Yeah.
Okay. Andy, go ahead.
Everyone knows it's windy. Bum, bum, bum. Windy by the association.
Kels?
Said the wind cried Mary.
Oh, that's Hendrix.
That's a good one. I was
I
thinking
know.
about using that one.
They might have done a cover, or he might have covered them. I didn't know.
The name of the song is Windy. All right. Question 3. Set Fire to the Rain was a #1 hit in 2012 for what singer?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I was going to say, I have an easy mode for this one, but I guess nobody needs it. Deva?
Adele.
Kels?
Adele.
And Andy?
Adele.
That's correct. Question 4. What huge #1 hit won MTV's Video of the Year in 1992 and was the first video by an African-American act to win the award?
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I don't know this. 1992.
Warming up on the sidelines.
He still got his freebie left.
I still got
He
my
does have his
freebie.
but he's got a horrible
I know.
conversion rate though.
I'm almost willing to have special teams come out just so I'm not embarrassed, But you know what? It's late. I don't know. I really don't. I don't have a clue. All I can think of is Nirvana, and they're definitely not African American. Furby freebie.
Okay. All right, Kels, what's the answer?
Well, TLC told me not to go chasing waterfalls.
Oh,
Deva?
shoot.
Waterfalls by TLC.
Yes, that is correct.
Would not have come up with it, but now I know. Yeah.
Well, he told you.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, it makes sense now, but I would not have come up with it. Would not have come up with it.
Okay, Andy, give me a number between 1 and 5.
Number 1.
Are you sure you want number 1?
I'm sure I want number 1. Come at me, bro.
Okay. I don't think he wanted number 1, but
Come at me, bro.
what country is the origin of Panama hats?
Panama.
Where were they invented? Okay, that's your answer.
Yeah.
The correct answer is Ecuador.
You son of
the confidence to be shattered.
Just go up there swinging, man.
Taking his cuts.
I tried to give you a chance.
You did.
I didn't
I
want
don't
that one to
want
happen
to.
to
I
you.
don't want to see you, Neil, when you come to visit our mother. I want to know ahead of time.
So I'm not there.
So the story is basically, as I understand it, that they were first created in Ecuador, but once the Panama Canal was built, they said, well, we could probably sell a lot more of these if we start making them in Panama and selling them there. And so they became known to the wider world as Panama hats, even though they were created in Ecuador.
Yeah, that's fascinating, Neil.
That's what you call a trivia nugget.
Little Morton's over there, little Lowry's, little salt over there.
Ecuador.
But you're never going to forget it now, are you?
Ever.
No, I will never forget this. Ever.
Well, Andy, at the end of round 4, you're still in the lead with 134. Kels has 113 and Davo has 94.
They're catching me.
So let's move on to sports.
Yay.
Ooh,
I like sports.
Keeping with the earth, wind, fire, and water theme, what NFL team was the first to play a home game on artificial turf?
First
NFL team.
Artificial turf.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. I have a guess.
I'm locked in and I'm putting something in parentheses.
Davo?
Well, one would think it would be the Houston Oilers because of the Astrodome and AstroTurf. But I went in a slightly different direction and I said Minnesota, the Vikings, because it gets cold up there and they might not want to take care of that field.
It's good logic. Kels?
I went with the Dallas Cowboys, but in parentheses, I had the Minnesota Vikings because of the Metrodome?
Metrodome, yeah.
Yeah, Metrodome they had up there, but I went with the Cowboys.
Andy?
Yeah, I went totally with the whole AstroTurf concept and went with the Oilers.
So I was hoping that someone would go with the Oilers. However, they did play on artificial turf before this other team, but they were in the AFL at the time, not the NFL.
Oh. This is like where Panama hats are made.
It's the Ecuador Cowboys.
The Quito Cowboys.
I'm hoping it's the Ecuador Vikings. Come on.
Well, so the correct answer is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh.
Nobody got that. I would have never guessed the Eagles.
Well, Veterans Stadium's turf is legendary for wrecking knees and being basically concrete.
Oh.
I heard it described as basically concrete with a green carpet on it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an easier one. Actually, there's no way I would get this one. What Midwest university with a windy nickname has a mascot that won the title of most dominant college mascot on earth in 2007?
A windy mascot.
I'm locked in.
Midwest. It's gotta be.
I'm also locked in.
Well, it's gotta be Chicago area, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they have wind anywhere but Chicago.
No, windy, Midwest. Most dominant college ball. I
Yeah, college mascot.
yeah. Ray guy.
Oh, hang time.
Hang time.
This is going down the
Kels?
tubes.
I I scratched out the Tulsa Golden Hurricane because I thought that wouldn't exactly be Midwest, and I went with the Iowa State Cyclone.
Okay.
Oh,
Dava?
I also went with the Iowa State
yeah.
Cyclones.
So apparently someone did this mascot tournament, and the Iowa State mascot narrowly beat out the Arkansas Razorback mascot, and so to win the most dominant mascot on earth. So it is the Iowa State University,
All right,
and their mascot's not actually a cyclone. I
it's
forget
like a
what
bird,
it is.
isn't
It's a
Yeah.
cardinal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a cardinal. Yeah, yeah, right. All right. Question 3: Bernie, an anthropomorphic fireball, is the mascot for what U.S. professional sports team?
Locked
I
in.
have an easy mode if you need it.
it?
Easy mode. Easy mode for half points. I'll tell you the league.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy,
The Miami Heat.
Deva,
Miami Heat.
and Kels.
Miami Heat.
It is the Miami Heat. And question 4 in sports. There are 5 new sports that will be played at the 2020 Olympics in Japan. Which one of them is a water sport? Which one of the 5 new ones? And for 1 point each, you can name the other 4 new sports.
Locked in.
Mm.
I am.
I'm locked
locked
in.
too.
Okay. Deva?
I think it's surfing.
Okay.
And for the bonus, I put down softball and skateboarding, and I couldn't think of the other two.
Skateboarding. That's one I was missing.
Kels?
I also went with surfing, and as the other sports, is skateboarding. I got softball and karate, and I couldn't come up with the others.
High
Andy?
karate.
Andy?
Surfing, and I came up with climbing, softball, and karate.
It is the 2 new ones, or the 5 new ones are karate, skateboarding, sport climbing, surfing, and baseball and softball.
Huh.
So I'll give you all credit for the
Okay.
for the
Yay.
softball one. All right, so I got Davo with 12, Kels and Andy both with 13.
Yeah.
All right, which brings your totals at the end of round 5 to 157 for Andy, 146 for Kels, and
Ooh.
126 for Davo.
Ooh.
Oh, it's tightening up.
It is. Our final category for the night is television. All right, question 1 in television. CBS All Access, which is their their online service, has announced that they are working on a series based on what 1976 film, The Man Who Fell to Earth, which starred which singer? So who was in the 1976 film, The Man Who Fell to Earth?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Andy?
I'm going to go with David Bowie. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Dava?
I believe it's David Bowie.
Oh, thank goodness.
Kels?
I also went with Ziggy Stardust. David Bowie.
Correct answer is David Bowie.
I love every opportunity I have to bust out my horrible David Bowie impression.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, believe it or
Oh,
not.
that was cold.
No, I really did not know that was a David Bowie impression. Question 2. What 1980s British stop motion animation series included episodes with titles such as Badger's Remedy, The Weasel's Trap, and The Kidnapping of Toad?
Huh?
Locked in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Stop motion. I'm totally guessing again. I don't know how this is stop motion, but
I know this ain't right, but at least it'll be on theme. I'm locked in.
Okay. Davo?
The Wind in the Willows.
Kels?
well, never heard of it.
Yeah, me either. I said Watership Down the series.
Oh my God.
Andy?
I said Red Dwarf.
So, Badger, the Weasels, and Toad are all characters in The Wind in the Willows.
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
You ever seen Toad's Wild Ride in Disney World? Disneyland?
No.
Nah.
Well, that's based on The Wind in the Willows.
Yeah. Disney did a full-length animated film about it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
And you were laughing. There's been 2 or 3 different series of Watership Down, including one that's pretty recent. That's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, the new one on Netflix is really good.
I love that book. I've read that many times.
It's a good book.
I once had the name of one of my avatars I have online is the Flying Black Bunny of Death.
Oh.
All right, question 3. What NBC show recently started its 8th season and was the first program of a 4-program franchise that takes place in the same city?
Locked in.
Okay. This is NBC. This is the only one that will work. I'm locked in.
Kel?
It's got to be Chicago Fire.
Andy?
Chicago Fire.
And Davo?
Chicago Fire.
Correct answer is Chicago Fire.
Yay.
There's also Chicago PD, Chicago Med. I think there was 1 season of Chicago Justice. And those are all part of and have had multiple crossovers with the SVU universe.
Really?
Yeah.
They're the same executive producer. I forget
Dick
his
Wolf?
name. Yeah.
You know, they're coming out with a new one in 2021 called Chicago Sanitation.
You know, the only episode of Chicago Fire that's worth watching is when the Transformers had their giant war in Chicago. That kept that
That's
guy
a good
busy.
one.
They kept them busy
No.
at the fire department.
All right. Question 4. The recent finale of what TV series included a scene with an anachronistic plastic water bottle?
What? I'm guessing.
Oh. Okay. I am locked in.
Oh, but wait a minute, no, because unless the water bottle's part of the theme, I have no idea anymore.
I have not a clue as to
Bermuda hats aren't from Bermuda. Up is down. Cats like dogs. I don't know.
Bermuda
Well,
hats.
it's Bermuda shorts and Panama
Bermuda
hats.
shorts. Panama hats.
See, I'm rattled.
Yeah.
You rattled me.
Yep.
Got the yips.
You might as well be Yip Hamilton. I'm a lock in.
All right. So let's start with Andy.
I am just randomly guessing, but I said The Good Place.
Okay. Davo?
Game of Thrones.
I'm so glad. I guess Game of Thrones, because where is the recent series finale, and why would there be a water bottle in Westeros? Is that the name of it?
But I thought that was a Starbucks. That was a Starbucks.
Well, that was an earlier episode.
Oh,
that was 2 episodes earlier.
Season 8 was a dumpster fire.
I've never watched it.
That's on theme.
I've seen all through season 7, and never got around to season 8.
It's
I
a
never watched
dumpster
it.
fire.
Is that bad, huh?
Yes.
Well, considering that Andy had doubled the everybody else's score after round 1, things tightened up quite a bit. I've got Andy with 177, Kels with 176,
Oh.
and Davo with 166.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Davo had quite a comeback.
I'm like the Chicago Cubs in almost every season of baseball.
At least you're not the White Sox.
So you're saying I got a chance?
Well, I think you guys might have a chance. I think Davo is probably going to strangle me next time he sees me.
Oh, I hope this is what I think it is.
Oh, please,
So
please, please.
the final question,
Please.
the final question in the Earth, Wind, and Fire competition today is: I have a list in front of me of all of Earth, Wind, and Fire's top 40 songs.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So name any 10 of them for 10 points each.
Oh my gosh. This is Christmas.
I
I know.
believe there's 19 of them that were in the top 40. Sorry, Davo.
This is horrible. Okay, I worked hard to come back.
You did.
You could blame friend of the show Karen for that.
I will be blaming her. Oh my gosh.
I hope she gets as much joy out of this as the other two guys are.
Loving this.
I personally, I don't get any joy out of this, but
That's very clinical for you.
it's just a job for me, really.
Yeah, I understand. Nothing personal. It's just business. Andy literally cackled right there. Did you guys catch that?
He really
that was
did.
a cackle.
That was
like a witch on Halloween.
Yeah, he was a shade
cackled.
away from Gargamel on that one.
He really was. Well, I did number my paper 1 to 10. So
So if we assume that Davo's not going to be able to come up with very many of them, then it really is just going to come down to who gets more, Kels or Andy.
Yep.
Wait just 1 second, Bubba. Yes, it's your friendly podcasting fanatic. Here to shout out my trivia brothers from another mother, the Trivia Rogues. When you get a chance, pop on over to the Trivia Rogues and let Billy and the gang educate you on some things, Bubba. Funk on. And do remember to please look both ways before you cross my mind, baby.
Even if we tie, Andy still wins by a point.
He
Yep.
does.
you have to come up with one more. I'm going to lock in because I literally know no songs by Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm just going to say good game, y'all.
I got some personal favorites that I know won't be here.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm nervous
That's the
about,
hard part
Kels, is am I writing down a song I like and thought was a hit, or am I writing down an actual hit?
Yeah, I'm locked in. I'm good with what I got.
Wow. It took you as much time to get 10 answers as it took me to get none.
It's close, but
That's the level of knowledge about Earth, Wind, and Fire I have.
man, I'm worried about like 2 of these. No, maybe 3.
I'm locked in.
No, they had to be top 40.
I'm locked. We have to come up with 10, right?
Usually, yeah, 10.
Have you ever played this
Just
game
making
before?
sure. I'm nervous.
Traditionally,
1
10.
point. 1 point is separating us. Want to make sure I gotta get this right. All right.
Okay, so typically I start with whoever is in third place. Davo, you're a guide, huh?
Essentially, yes. I literally know no songs by Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I don't want to waste your time with silly jokes.
Got
With no time on the clock,
All
he
right.
punts.
Second place. Second place is Kels. Let's start with Kels.
All right. So I have September. That's the Way of the World. Boogie Wonderland. Fantasy. Can't Hide Love. Love's Holiday. Gotta Get You Into My Life. Into My Life. Sing a Song. Shining Star.
Who you are?
No matter who you are. Is that Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I guess I do know one. There you go.
You got one. You got one. And my last one of my favorites is Let's Groove.
No, I don't know that one.
All right.
You would if you heard it. I promise.
Okay.
Okay, Andy.
Shining Star #1. I think it's their biggest hit. Got to Get You Into My Life. Sing a Song. Mighty Mighty.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Keep Your Head to the Sky.
I love that song too.
I'm
I gotta stop saying that because I'm just gonna say
I know. September. Getaway.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
I'm sorry, Kels.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry. I gotta compose myself.
Can't Hide Love. Fall in Love with Me. And number 10, Evil.
I love Evil.
Yeah.
But I had to leave it off.
Why?
I had to leave.
It's
I didn't
gotta
know.
be-
I didn't know how big of a hit that was. I wasn't alive.
That's why it's 10 for me. I'm not sure either. Like, I want that one to be a hit.
I do too.
Okay, well, let me tally up the scores here and see what we got.
Oh, Andy. I normally don't feel this way. However, this falls. Like, I'm very proud of the job we've done in that category.
Oh, your list was epic too. I mean, I want to lay down a playlist right now of merging our two lists.
and Davo, you take notes so you can be up on game. Okay.
We can help you, buddy.
Well, we'll do. There's enough variance between your two lists that there will be a lead change if,
Well, there's 20
You know what I'm saying?
songs. There's 20 hits that we had to come up with 10 of. So it's possible.
Yeah, I counted. I think there's more like 15.
Okay.
But there's still quite a few.
Man,
This is going to be.
I feel like we both really deserve the Oscar. So we sit next to each other, holding each other's hands, waiting to hear whose name get called.
Yeah, you know what?
That's how I feel.
We both win. No matter what happens, we both won.
There are no losers in this one. Well, it is, but
I'm still here, guys.
You know what, Kels? We're gonna do the Jack Lemmon move. We're gonna get the Oscar, but then we're gonna hand it off to Davo. Who was it that did that to Jack Lemmon that never got the? Oh,
Ving Rhames.
Yes.
Yeah, Ving Rhames.
All right, here's the list that I've got. I'll just run through it real quick, and then you guys tally up your score.
Okay.
See if you match mine. I've got After the Love Is Gone.
I almost wrote that down.
Boogie Wonderland with the Emotions.
Yeah, should have had that.
I think you both said Can't Hide Love. That barely made the list at 39.
Should have been a better hit.
Really? It's a God.
A good
It's a
song.
beautiful song.
Devotion. Fall in Love with Me.
Oh yeah. Fall in Love with
Fantasy.
Me. Did I not
Getaway.
Fantasy? Oh frick.
You got Getaway though.
Yeah, I got Getaway.
Yeah, if you notice, I'm already past the E's, Andy. You didn't get Evil.
Oh, this is alphabetical? Son of a.
Yeah. So I got Fantasy, Getaway, Got to Get You Into My Life, Let's Groove, Mighty Mighty, Saturday Night, September, Serpentine Fire,
Oh,
Shining Star,
what was that? Serpentine Fire?
Shining Star,
What? Oh, Shining Star.
Shining Star,
Shining
and
Star.
then Sing a Song,
Mhm.
and That's the Way of the World.
Oh man.
So, by my count,
Oof.
Davo, you got 0, which
Yep.
gives you 166, and you are in third place.
Yeah.
Kels, by my count, you got 9 for 90 points. And a a total of 266. Andy, I counted 8 correct
That's what
for
I
you.
counted too.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Which gives you a total of 257.
Kels,
Oh,
That's a
my God.
heartbreaker, Andy.
I want to say,
That
Kels, you
is-
won because Keep Your Head to the Sky was not a hit. Think about that for a minute.
Dude.
That's how you won.
That's sad.
I know.
That's so sad.
That is hurts. Oh, evil.
Congratulations, you two, on an epic Earth, Wind, and Fire duel.
Oh,
You guys did great.
Thank you.
well
Dave.
played, Davo.
That's sweet of you to say.
What a wonderful game that was for you two.
You did good up until that last one. You were solid up until the last one. You had that was a hell of a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
So, Andy, you did really well. Kels did really
you.
well. Neil
Neil
what
did awesome.
are the new standings?
Well, as far as the tournament goes, Davo is still in the lead with 13, but Andy is right on. Kels is right on his tail with 12, and Andy has 11. It is anybody's tournament.
Wow.
Woo!
This
is crazy.
The fight for this is a great tournament, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fight for the Furby heats up.
Man.
So, from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is your shining star, Davo. With Kels.
Hey, body, yeah. Say, do you remember? Body, yeah. Dancing in September. Body, yeah. Never was a cloudy day.
Andy.
So long, ladle brainers.
And Neil.
So, you know how I try to do like kind of a funny quote that relates to the theme. I actually wrote down Body Ya, say do you remember? Body Ya, dancing in September. And I was going to do it in my best Philip Bailey falsetto, but I'm not going to upstage the president.
No.
So,
oh man,
I'm just going to have to say goodnight.
Oh, I really would have. Man, I wish you would have told me.
No, that was great.
Greetings and salutations to all you good trivia people out there. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I really enjoyed this show. How can I get a little more? Well, here to help you out. You can look up these good people on Twitter at Ladle Brain, or if Facebook's more your deal, you can look them up at Brain Ladle Productions. Hey, they've even got their own webpage. It's brainladletrivia.com. Now, if you're feeling generous, you can join a Patreon, where if you donate $10 or more, you can even get yourself a fancy show invite. How about that? Until we meet again, this has been 44, and I'm glad you joined us. Hope I'm out. The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.